the activation ceremony for the 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force. The host of today's ceremony is Colonel Jonathan Byram. The reviewing officer for today's ceremony is the Commanding General, United States Army Europe and Africa, General Christopher Cavoli. We are delighted to have many distinguished guests with us today, and we extend a warm welcome to all the senior leaders, command sergeants major, staff, and family members. Please stand for the invocation given by the United States Army Europe and Africa Chaplain, Colonel Jack Stummy.
I invite you to pray with me. Most Holy God, thank you for another day to serve, and this morning specifically to witness the activation of the 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force. I ask your favor and blessing upon this organization, its leaders, those who stand in its formation, and the many family members who support their soldier. Lord, I acknowledge that in our humanity, as soldiers, we need your strength. In our planning, we require your wisdom, and in our every mission, we ask for your blessing. May you give Colonel Byram and Command Sergeant Major Carlin the strength, the wisdom, and blessing to lead this organization in its every mission and to know success. Please watch over their families and all the families of the 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force, that they would know joy in this organization and be an Army community and family to one another. Lord, please empower the soldiers before us to always be at their best, physically, mentally, and spiritually, ready to fight our nation's wars, ready to lend aid where it is needed, and ready to shine the light of liberty for those who seek a path from the darkness of tyranny. Lastly, God, I ask your special watch care over our sisters and brothers, our allies and friends, and all those who love freedom. Please guide their every step and protect them and their loved ones while they're apart. These things I pray in your most holy name. Amen.
Thank you, sir. Please be seated. The Multi-Domain Task Force, or MDTF, is the centerpiece for Army transformational change. The MDTF is the first of its kind, a unit designed from the ground up to maneuver to and maintain positions of relative advantage across multiple domains. With it, the Army will discover, learn, and codify the best practices and tactics, techniques, and procedures required to achieve operational and strategic effects in support of the Joint Force. In March 2017, General Mark A. Milley, 39th Chief of Staff of the Army, directed a U.S. Indo-PACOM-aligned A2AD focused pilot program to inform the development of a multi-domain task force. From the pilot's inception, the soldiers of the newly conceived Intelligence, Information Operations, Cyber, Electronic Warfare, Space, or I2Q's battalion, and their sponsors in I-Corps 17th Field Artillery Brigade, 7th Infantry Division, and 2nd Infantry Division Divarti, led the way through iterative exercises and assessments that informed the design for a standing MDTF. Their groundwork enabled the MDTF to deploy and operate west of the international dateline even before its activation. The first MDTF was activated and is operational at Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington, and aligned to the U.S. Army Pacific. A second MDTF, the 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force, is hereby activated today in U.S. Army Europe and Africa. The activation of these organizations is occurring simultaneously with the Army's development of the Theater Fires Command element and Operational Fires Command, as well as other force structure changes. At this time, please direct your attention to the adjutant as she directs sound attention and adjutant's call.
Sound! Attention!
Drums and drums.
Sound! Adjutant's call!
Now taking the field is the Commander of Troops, Major Christopher Turner, and the MDTF staff.
Sound! Present arms! Sir, this command is formed.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of honors to the reviewing officer, General Christopher Cavoli.
Sound, present arms. Stand, present, halt. Sound, order arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Sound, colors, center, march. Sound, present arms. Detachment, present, halt.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthems of the Federal Republic of Germany and the United States of America. Please be seated. On behalf of the soldiers assigned to 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force, Corporal Jacob Rolstad is presenting a bouquet of yellow roses to Mrs. Marcia Byram, Miss Julia Byram, and Miss Mariella Byram. A bouquet of yellow roses is also being presented to Mrs. Sherry Carlin, welcoming them to 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force, United States Army, Europe and Africa, and Wiesbaden.
Sound attention!
The activation ceremony is a time-honored Army tradition. It serves two purposes. First, it allows the commander the opportunity to assess the readiness and discipline of the unit. And secondly, with the uncasing of the unit's colors, it marks a definite point in time to commemorate the beginning of a unit's history and lineage by carrying on the finest tradition of the United States Army. In accordance with Permanent Order 182-12, effective 16 September 2021, Headquarters, 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force, United States Army, Europe and Africa, Kaserne, Wiesbaden, Germany, is hereby activated with the formal assignment of the authority and responsibility of their command. The first Assumption of Command ceremony is a simple yet historic event that is rich with symbolism and heritage. The key to the Assumption of Command is the acceptance of the colors, which will come to represent not only the heritage and the history of the unit, but the unity and loyalty of its soldiers as well. The colors are the commander's symbol of authority, representing his responsibilities to the organization. Wherever the commander is, there also are the colors. The custodian of the colors is the Command Sergeant Major. As the senior enlisted advisor in the 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force, Command Sergeant Major Michael Carlin is the principal advisor to the commander and the spokesperson for the welfare and readiness of the soldiers. The passing of the colors symbolizes the acceptance of authority for the new commander. By authority of Army Regulation 600-20, paragraph 2-5, the undersigned assumes command of the 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force, effective 16 September 2021. Signed, Jonathan C. Byram, Colonel, Armor Commanding.
Sound parade rest!
At this time, First Lieutenant Michael DeRosa, officer in charge of the salute battery, is presenting the ceremonial first shell casing representing 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force's arrival and activation at Clay Kaserne. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commanding General of the United States Army Europe and Africa, General Christopher Coley.
Well, everybody, general officers, sergeants major, distinguished guests, senior civilians, allies, thank you all for being here today on this spectacular morning. First of all, don't worry, color bearers, I will be brief. That wind is snapping. So welcome to you all. Thank you for taking time out of your busy days to join us here today. It's a very important day because we're activating a brand new type of command. We're activating the first one ever in Europe and only the second U.S. Army. This unit is going to be very, very important to us. We've been very eager to get it here in Europe. It's a multi-domain task force. The first one was activated, as you heard, at Fort Lewis a couple of years ago, and this is the Army's second. It will bring significant capabilities to the U.S. Army Europe and Africa. It will allow us to operate not just in the land domain as has been the tradition and the case for the U.S. Army, but it will allow us to operate in all domains: cyber, space, and air. It will bring capabilities of intelligence, electronic warfare, cyber operations, space operations, and more. But it's the organization of this unit that makes it so special, because we're taking all those capabilities and we bring them together to operate as a task force that can operate in a synchronized and integrated manner. And that will provide this command, it will provide our alliance with multi-domain reconnaissance and targeting support. And it comes with much more than just capability. It comes with a significant amount of expertise. The soldiers assembled on this field in front of you are soldiers in exciting new MOSs, new military occupational specialties, and soldiers with very exciting new jobs that will require not just expertise, but creativity to get the most value out of this organization. And when they do that, we know that it will strengthen our deterrence, and it will help us here to sustain the peace. So these operators from across different backgrounds will have to come together and work as a team. It'll be challenging work, and we don't give that work to just anybody. Leadership has to go to the right officer, and the Chief of Staff of the Army gave us the right officer for this. That is Colonel John Byram. John has a wealth of operational experience in Bosnia, Afghanistan, and Iraq. He has a sense for operational art and has an educated intuition for the impact of technology on our operations. He is really the correct officer, the perfect officer to combine these for us here in Europe. Europe's not new to the Byrams, of course. John has served before twice in Germany. First as a brand new lieutenant, and the second time about a decade ago when he was the battalion S3 of the extra 172nd Infantry Brigade over in Grafenwehr. I'm sure those experiences will help him in this new position. John, welcome to you. Sergeant Major Carlin, welcome to you and to your wife as well. Welcome to you, Marcia, and to your daughters Julia and Mariella and your son Kurt. Welcome to our community here in Wiesbaden, and most of all, welcome to the command. We know that you are going to lead this organization into a bright and important future. Thank you, everybody, for coming out here today to celebrate this very unique but special day with us. May God bless you all. May God bless our alliance. May God bless the United States Army, and may God always continue to bless the United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force, Colonel Jonathan Byram.
Good morning, everyone. General Coley, all of the distinguished guests, thank you for attending this ceremony marking the activation of the 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force. Standing in front of you is a representation of this newly formed team that spans space, cyber, electronic warfare, fires, and sustainment functions, all working together to synchronize long-range effects against our adversaries. What is not evident is that a small but efficient team has been putting together the foundations for this new formation over the past few years, aided by the USARAF and the Headquarters Department of the Army Staff. They've been working on choosing and refurbishing headquarters, recruiting varsity team members to handle the myriad of tasks working closely with the USRF staff to establish basic Army systems, all while planning and participating in multiple exercises. Anyone who has taken part in these thankless and arduous tasks of building a new unit from the ground up understands this is a tough job, so please join me in giving them a hand. I also would like to thank the Wiesbaden Garrison team and the MCOM Europe team for tirelessly helping us solve the emerging problem sets that arise when moving a large number of soldiers and families into a community and thousands of pieces of equipment from across the Army. Simply amazing support, so thank you very much. I arrived recently to Germany not knowing what to expect and fell in on a functioning headquarters building that allows this team to hit the ground running. And so speaking of hitting the ground running, one of the reasons this formation standing in front of us is not larger is because we have soldiers in multiple countries as we speak testing and experimenting with systems important to the Army's modernization efforts. I recently returned as of yesterday from one of these exercises and could not be more proud of the teamwork between the multi-domain task force, the USRF staff, and the Army modernization enterprise. So as we provide theater leadership options to meet strategic objectives, the multi-domain task force leadership looks forward to building a cohesive team that is highly trained, disciplined, and fit, and ready to contribute to a joint multinational team as we win whatever fight is asked of us. So we have a lot of work to do, and I want to finish by thanking you all for joining us on this special day. And I'd be remiss, I want to thank my family, my kiddos, for all the support over the years. Love you very much, and thank you for all the sacrifices that you've given. Can't forget the band, awesome. You always make these events wonderful, so thank you for the band coming and also for the 529th MP Salute Battery. Sword and Shield, stronger together, and Army strong. Thank you.
Sound attention!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing and singing of the Army song and remain standing for the retirement of the colors. The words to the Army song can be found in the program.
Sir, this concludes today's ceremony.
Take charge of the formation. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's activation ceremony. On behalf of the 2nd Multi-Domain Task Force, thank you for your attendance. Please join the command for a reception located to the right rear of the reviewing stand. Thank you.